Hello darlings, happy summer solstice. So we're going to get a little reading for you today, a little collective. I am doing a special for solstice, you've probably seen, but if you haven't, I'm doing a special, £40 detail channeling, 27 for mini readings, and it can be on anything you like, your life purpose, something to do with past life if you like, your relationships, your finances, career, health, connections, you know, whatever it is you feel you need help with at this time. So I'm going to use a deck I haven't used for a while, Sacred Destiny. They're a great deck. So let's see what you need to know. So we've got, interesting, we've got Freedom, first card out. Freedom. You're not caged. You're not caged. Trust. Trust in the calmness of your own emotions is what I'm getting from that. Trust that when you feel calm and you feel this sense of peace, it's safe. I know some of you think, oh my God, I'm just waiting for the other shoe to drop. No, trust that it's safe. We've got focus. So you're very focused on what it is you need to focus on, which is, you know, absolutely wonderful. Go with the flow. Go with the flow. Love that. What else, Spirit, does this lovely collective need to see, please? Flexibility. Now, interestingly, we have got two very powerful animals. We have a tiger and we have a jaguar, or it might be a leopard actually. No, it's a leopard, it's a snow leopard, I would say actually. So leopards and tigers may be significant to somebody. All right. I want to say a hummingbird as well. Power. Yeah, you are your own power and no one is you. And that is your power. Okay, what do I want to clarify with here, please, Spirit? These. We want to clarify with these. Okay, clarify the Freedom card, please. Knight of Wands. You are a free spirit. You are a free spirit. You are free to do whatever you want. Within reason, of course. Clarify trust. Trust. Five of Cups. Good days are on the way. Good times are coming. I know it feels like you've sometimes been in the doldrums of despair, but just trust that you're getting out of that energy now. Clarify focus. Strength. Focus on that internal strength, that internal courage. Maybe something you've been working on since Easter specifically as well is coming through here. Okay, we've got flow and we've got the Five of Wands and the Seven of Wands. Look, I'm not being rude about this, but people are always going to be difficult. There's always going to be somebody who is difficult. Pick your battles wisely and go with the fucking flow, okay? Go with the flow. Go where the waters are calmer. Flexibility is clarified by the Two of Swords. You're not stuck. The moon is here. You know, the moon has been incredibly powerful for you. And the way she's sunk into the water is very interesting. It's like you've let go of something perhaps that wasn't serving you, and the moon energies have helped you do that. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but I do believe we have Mercury retrograde in Cancer the 29th of June, and I'm sure we have a full moon in Capricorn as well. Not an astrologist, don't quote me on that, but I'm pretty sure that's going to be quite significant. The Nine of Cups, you know, you are being guided to focus on your own cup, your own life. You are not stuck. Yeah, Page of Pentacles. What is it you're being shown? What is it you're being guided to that's new for you? Now, on the flip side of all of this, go into your counterpart. So, with your counterpart, they too are also not stuck. They're not stuck like they think they are. They are very, very sad and lonely and missing you. And they're needing to really trust in a higher power at the minute because they do feel quite stuck and fed up. But they are realising that with this moon here, they always had the power. It's just the illusions that they were holding on to subconsciously in some cases. And, you know, working through shadow side has made them realise, actually, I am worthy of that. I am worthy of that person, that love, that amazing life. And so they're now trying to get that focus in their own lives like you are, right? But like I said, there's still going to be drama. There's still going to be some drama here. And this is making them a little bit defensive. And they're trying to go with the flow, but then they're like, oh my God, you know, how do I don't know how to be flexible. I don't know how to do this. Like, I've always been so regimented. I've always been so disciplined. I've always been so, you know, they've probably had a father or grandparent who were in the army or in some kind of disciplinarian based work. And this is, you know, they've struggled to go and be flexible at times. They've struggled to go with the flow. Yeah, they're in that contemplative energy at the moment. And they are feeling a bit sorry for themselves. They are. But with the 7 of Cups and the 6 of Swords, they're moving away from the chaos is what I want to say. They are moving away from it. And, you know, you're just 10 of Cups. You're just, okay, yeah. The Empress, they know who they want their 10 of Cups with. And they're holding on to you. And, you know, with all these realizations, they know that this emotion is equal with you. And you love them for who they are, not what they can do for you. Whereas in the past, they've dealt with people that have just used them. Either long-term commitments or just people in general, you know, or even other people they may have been associated with. It's been a really challenging time for them. I'd say the last year, to be honest. They've probably had pockets of happiness, which most likely have been when you've been around them, truth be told. So, what else does this collective watching need to know? What else does this collective watching need to know? What else? The world. Beautiful. 8 of Wands. I'm looking at the butterflies. The red admirals. Beautiful. But a butterfly is obviously transformation and change, which is really, really gorgeous. Oh my goodness, we have the 4 of Wands here as well. And we have the bears, so bears could be specific. We've got mountains in the background too. We've also got sunflowers. Now, sunflower season is not for a few months. So, wow, 3 of Pentacles. This is very interesting energy. I am going to clarify, because I think this is a mixture of you both. I honestly think this is a mixture of you both. The Emperor's come out. But you're in your own Emperor energy. You're in your own stable. And you know how we've got, obviously, these horses. We're still, obviously, in the year of the fire horse as well. So that's quite significant. Yep, High Priestess. You just know. You just know. And, you know, they just know. They just know that there is more to this. There is more coming. I need the right cards to clarify with. What I want to clarify with. These, okay. All right, clarify the world. Fabulous. The Devil. So they're closing out something difficult here. Yeah, they're closing out something difficult. We've got the 10 of Wands and we've got the Wheel of Fortune. They're closing out something difficult. Something heavy. Clarify the 4 of Wands. High Priestess. The Star. Your connection is very healing to them. I do think they realise, though, that they need to be in their own healing energy. The Emperor's moving away from something here. Turning their back on shit. Turning their back on pain. And you see how you've got this sword crossed like this? To me, this is a, like, defense energy. And it's like they're not in that defensive energy as much anymore. Yes, they've got these 2 swords that they're carrying behind them, but the other 2 are in the ground. Okay, clarify the High Priestess. It feels to me like they've really, yeah, you know, and they know that it feels like your higher selves have been communicating quite a lot here. And yes, they may have walked away from you, but they had to learn lessons, and you know, they didn't want to deal with this cycle of difficulty while you were around. The Death card. So transformation and change, this is all divinely guided, as I keep telling you, in a number of ways. And you know, they're not in that sort of chaotic energy now, they're in that unconfused energy, they're in that, okay, justice, I know what I need to do to bring justice to this person. The Ace of Pentacles and Chariot. You are their wish fulfillment, and this is why these endings are so important that they have to make in their lives, as do you have to make important endings in your life as well, you know. Okay, solstice, what's the solstice bringing? What shifts is the solstice bringing to the collective? Because I know for a lot of you it is going to be action, potentially interesting. King of Cups, he was in reverse though, so honestly I'm going to have to take him in reverse. The Emperor. Right, what I'm getting here is some of them might want to come towards you, but with the Emperor energy, they're very stoic. Yes, they might have stuff to say, but they're not going to be revealing a lot of emotion because they've been going through it. Yeah, 5 of Coins, they've been going through it. And if they do come towards you, or you do speak to them, or whatever's going on, the Devil, oh, for fuck's sake, they're just feeling this sense of, and then we've got Perspective, which is basically Hanged Man. It's a bit of limbo energy as well, but it's like this energy of, okay, I need to reflect on something here. The King of Cups in the upright is someone who is very good with their emotions, very balanced and calm with their emotions. I would say their masculine and feminine within is balanced as well, but they're also stable with them and clear on what they are. When this card is in reverse, they're a little bit all over the place, but because we've got the King of Wands and the Emperor here, alongside the 5 of Coins, the Devil, and Perspective, they've been through it. They've been through it a lot. Did we or did we not have a full moon in Sagittarius? And then we had a new moon in Gemini, or was it the other way around? I can't remember, because the days just fucking go so quickly. But Sagittarius is significant here. Sagittarius, something to do with Sagittarius, and I think it is something to do with the moon. Queen of Air. Yeah. Okay. So, they're very, don't lose heart with them, because it seems like they're very focused on work at the moment. The Emperor's clarified by the moon, so they're in a stronger position than you think. Tell me more about this Queen of Air and the King of Wands, Page of Fire. Right, okay. Oh my goodness. Yeah, they wanted to come towards you. That Queen of Air, I believe, is how they think you might be with them. So with the Page of Fire, that's a light-hearted communication. But they can't give you emotion because they're very focused on work and other things at the moment, which is fine. 5 of Coins is clarified by the Emperor and the 9 of Cups. So, you know, they've been going through it, and they're a bit, I actually think they are feeling quite lonely without you, because they're realising in this loneliness period that they need, to be honest, oh my goodness, that's who that's who I'm meant to be with. Clarify the Devil, Queen of Water. They're obsessed with you. They're obsessed with you. The Devil is obsession. It's a number of things, but I'm actually feeling it's more about, especially because the Queen of Cups is like the ultimate to me, Divine Feminine, apart from obviously the Empress. The Queen of Cups is this loving, nurturing energy, and they are obsessed with that nurturing. They feel like if they reach out to you, you might be a bit cold with them and a bit emotionless, which makes sense with the King of Cups in reverse. That's how they'll be with you, because they think you're going to be Queen of Swords with them and a bit direct. Some of you maybe. Yeah, they're definitely wanting to do the work here. And, you know, for a lot of them, they are doing the work. Yeah, King of Water. How funny. King of Water, Queen of Water. So there's your counterparts. But you're very focused on what you need to focus on. Work, health, abundance, family, friends, living your life. They're very focused on you. I've got my eye on you. They are very focused on you. Interesting. Anything else? Yeah, and the endings they need to make. The endings they've needed to make, which for some of them is taking a fair bit of time. But it is happening. I can't believe there's 2 Emperor cards here. I think as well, they worry that if they leave you out too long in the cold, or if they stay quiet for too long, or if they don't share stuff with you for, you know, if they keep quiet for much longer, you're going to find a new Emperor. And they're like, no, we're not having that. You know, it's that sort of energy as well. Right, okay, coffee, where are you? Here we go. First mug of the day, going down like it should. Very well. Okay, so big boys, here they are. Sorry. I just had a naughty thought when I saw the Knight of Wands. I said big boys, and I just nearly wanted to say somebody wants to bring you some big D. And I did say it, so there we go. Someone wants to bring you some big D. Oh dear, some vitamin D. And for those who are a woman as a masculine energy, then you want to bring some vitamin V. Sorry, not sorry. Okay, we're just going to leave that there because that was very naughty, Zoe. Listen, I'm allowed for it to be naughty. It's my birthday this week. I can be as naughty as I want to be. Okay? So, collective watching. What other shifts can you expect? Not that you have expectation, but we're going to say it like that. What other shifts can you expect from the solstice energy? So we do still have some drama, and I did pick up on this the other day, that there may be some drama this weekend specifically. Oh, I've got an itch. You know when you walk into a spider's web, like not a full web, but like cobwebs. I walked into one earlier, and I think I've still got some on my face. Whoops, magician. Oh God. I'll see what that's all about. I'm not getting dark intention, but we'll see. Oh God, I am getting dark intention. Queen of Wands. Let's see. Because we do have the 9 of Pentacles as well. So two more. Anxiety. Your person's going through it. Probably at the hands of somebody else. 2 of Wands. They're going through it. Okay. They're going through it. Right. Okay. Let's go with these. Clarify the 5 of Wands, please. What's going on? For those of you where you are blocked or there's been silence in your connection, you can expect that to end soon. But also, they're putting an end to some chaos or drama here because they're fucking done with it. Clarify the Magician. Strength, but it's as a block. Like, is this somebody's manipulative energy that they've had this realisation of? They've realised something. Okay, clarify the Queen of Wands. They've realised where they've been stuck with this other situation, or, you know, where this other person's been trying to keep them stuck and blocked, and they've had that aha moment, and they're like, do you know fucking what? I'm not confused about you anymore. And some of these feminines know about you, and they've been putting confusing energy your masculine's way, and they've cleared that. They've like, nah, I know who that person is to me. They care for me. I know you've probably made them, like, some of these people will have said something along the lines of this to your masculine. No one will ever love you the way I do. First of all, that's very fucking manipulative. You know, you could search for 1 million women and you'd never find someone like me. Ego, much. On the strength of that, though, divine feminines, your masculine will never find anybody like you either. So, you know, the feminines, if the masculine doesn't do the work, the feminine will be aligned with the right masculine, right? But with the masculines, if they don't do the work, they lose the access to the true counterpart. Facts. Interestingly, we've got the Nine of Pentacles clarified by the Nine of Pentacles. So you're just shining brightly, but guess what? So's your person. Like, you're both pretty okay financially. You're both moving to that place of stability within your own energy. And, you know, these people have tried to keep your person stuck, and it's like they're like, no, I'm not fucking putting up with that shit anymore. You can fuck all the way off and keep going. So they're standing up for themselves, and they're realizing where they were keeping themselves stuck with this other person who, quite frankly, wasn't really fucking worth it. So I found the Nine of Swords. Temperance. They're getting some balance. They're regaining some balance after some difficulty. Clarified the Two of Wands is clarified by the King of Cups. Two of Cups is underneath the deck with the Six of Swords. I don't know why I'm talking like that, but there we go. So, I would say that the shifts coming in from solstice are very powerful for the divine counterpart collectives and communities. There's some realizations happening here, and your person's in the heart space for you, and they're fucking watching you again as well. But I just get this sense that they're like, right, I need to go and speak my truth. Yeah, Two of Wands again. I need to go speak my truth. I need to say what's been going on. I will do this. You know, they're resting, they're recovering, they're recuperating. They're doing their work. They're doing their work. They're doing their work. They're overcoming this shit, and they are doing their work. And I think for a lot of you, there is going to be a quick turnaround. For the love of God and all that's holy, do not attach to that. Because for some of you, it could still take the rest of the summer. All right, we're only in the summer now. So I know Midsummer's Day is upon us soon. And, you know, that's a very significant day, obviously, because it's a Midsummer's Day. But summer ends officially September 21st, which is obviously the autumn equinox. So, you know, I think a lot of you are going to find that summer plays out various things. You might have some communication here and there, and you might see your person, absolutely, but it's like summer's when they're going to be closing out some of these big cycles, like really closing them out. Okay. Any other messages? What time is it? 12:13. All right, okay, I've got another 40 minutes or so before I need to leave. That's okay. So, is there going to be some action here for those seeing this? Is there going to be some action? No pressure, masculines, at all, but we just want to kind of understand if there is going to be some action for those who are seeing this. Right, well, we have a King of Swords. The King of Swords energy can be quite stoic and all based, like, take out emotion and just be like logic based. And there could also be it can be a detached energy. It just depends on what's around, because it can also be a king that's like, right, okay, it needs to be my truth. And you know how I said with the King of Cups coming in reverse in previous spread of the reading, they don't want to be vulnerable right now. That's what I'm getting with that. They don't want to be vulnerable, but we'll see. We'll see. What else? So we've got a King of Swords. What else do we have? A Fool. A Fool. Okay. A Knight of Swords. I'm getting this sort of energy of let's just cut the bullshit. But I might, you know, we'll see. 2555 in the time as I say that. Two of Cups. Oh, wow. Okay. All right. Yeah, they're fucking heartbroken without you, and they know that truth. But I am going to see if that is third-party energy. I'm not necessarily feeling it is with the cards around it, but we'll see. Two of Wands is the other one as well, which is planning, thoughtful planning, decisive action with the Knight of Swords. The King of Swords is, okay, I need to tell somebody some truth. I've been sitting on this for a long time. I'm going to do it without being too vulnerable, but I'm basically going to go, look, I feel the same as you. All right, we've got the same feelings here. Like, I'm miserable without you. Can we please make a start and have a new beginning? With the Fool and the Knight of Swords, that is a quick, decisive action. But let's just see what the clarifiers are. I've just cut the deck and got the King of Cups again. So, interesting. Clarify the King of Swords. Clarify the King of Swords, please, Spirit. Wow. Yeah, they're... balance is required here. But what I feel is they don't want you to be a missed opportunity any more than you already have been. Yeah? So they're trying to be logical and a bit pragmatic almost with this, but they're like, I need to heal this. I need to make some healing. I need to do some healing here. Yeah, Mr. Emperor. Mr. Emperor, clarifying the Fool, clarify the Knight of Swords. I told you, they want to tell you some truth. Clarify the Two of Cups. You already know this. Your higher selves already know this. So your higher selves are bringing you together. Why is this Three of Swords here? Ruining the reading. What's the Three of Swords here for, please? Is it interference or is it genuine? Yeah. Okay. Eight of Wands. Tell me more. Because the Eight of what? Yeah, as I said, they're fucking heartbroken without you. I'm lost without you. That song by Delta Goodrum's just come in again. Who else did it? Freya Ridings? Did she do a version of it as well? Not that song, but a different version of it. This is very powerful energy because with the Ten of Pentacles, this is them wanting to come in and tell you some truth. And some of them might do it soon. Some of them might. Don't attach to that. So I've had a Two of Wands. Judgment. They know who you are to them. They know. Page of Swords. They know the truth. And this is wanting, they just want to bring some kind of balance back here. They've been probably up at night quite a lot thinking, fuck, what am I going to do with this? Like, I fucked this up so badly. How am I going to make this right to this person who has actually shown me nothing but love? And yeah, okay, there's been times when there's probably been disagreements between you and you've handed them their arse, probably because they deserved it. But they're a bit fearful, which is why I think the King of Swords is going to come in with a bit of a direct approach. I feel like this person's quite direct anyway, this group, this collective. They're quite direct anyway. because they don't want to be fully emotionally emotionally vulnerable, yet they have lots of emotion for you. There's a lot of love here. There's a lot of love here. Tell me more. Six of Wands, so wanting to come in and make it successful, wanting to overcome all the shit, all the drama. Yeah, they've done a lot of resting in this time as well. And you know, with the Knight of Wands and the Nine of Pentacles, this is the energy of they're fucking mad, like hot for you. Sorry, but they're hot for you. They're really like, they're quite, yeah, they want to see you. They want to see you, and you know, that's fine. Like, that's nice. They are single. They're not with anybody else. They are single. As I say, this collective, even if they were dabbling with someone previously after a separation, or, you know, say you guys were together and then you separated and then they went and met someone else because they still had some lessons to learn, they're not dabbling with anybody now. It is just you they're interested in, right? This collective, they're only interested in you. And they just want to make things right. Yeah, Knight of Swords, Six of Cups. They just want to make things right between you. So it does look like some of you do have some kind of communication on the cards. Let me see what these ones have got to say. I think, do I want to see what these have got to say? I can't pick the fuckers up, which is not very good. Hang on. It's not always good having long nails. I can't always pick cards up. Such is life. No, I'm not feeling guided to take them. Six of Cups. So they're feeling very nostalgic about you. The Devil. Temptation. They're very tempted by you. Queen of Swords. But they're also like, oh. We've got the Four of Swords. So again, we've got Temperance here. So again, we've got some kind of, for some of you, we've got somebody who wants to return to you and they want to bring the balance back to this connection, absolutely. But because of the difficulties they've gone through, you might be a bit like, well, you're going to have to do a bit better than that, aren't you? We've got the Three of Cups and we've got the Hermit come out as well. So there's definitely this energy of, yeah, Two of Wands. Underneath the deck, there's definitely this energy of them wanting to make things right, is what I want to say. Wanting to make things right. Clarify the Six of Cups. Let's just see what else comes through here. The Death card. New beginning, endings and transformation. Page of Wands. Now the card says play inner child, but it is clarifying the Devil. So interesting. The Queen of Swords is clarified by the Queen of Swords. Tell me more. They know you're very perceptive and they know that you don't take any shit. But underneath it all, they also know that you know they are home and you know they are home to you. So they're home to you, you're home to them. And they just want to get this right. Now the Three of Cups is clarified by the Seven of Swords, but I'm looking at the word community, and for some of you there has been a block with other people trying to step in the way, but ultimately Hermit's clarified by the Ten of Cups. So there's definitely this vibe that, yeah, the Star, they still want this. Of course they do. They want to balance everything out. They've still got hope for this relationship, but I think they've had to heal from other people as well. Like, they've obviously had to do healing on you and about your connection, but they've had to do healing on other people. And this can be people recently, and it feels like it's those that have just used them and tried to take advantage of your person's better nature. And it's really difficult to see that for them. It's really hard to see that they've been taken advantage of, but those are lessons they've had to learn. And you know, when you've been through that and then you've stood up to said people and gone, I don't fucking think so, how's fuck off grab you, you know, you're teaching your masculine to do the same. So that in itself is very, very powerful. Okay, Yin Yang Oracle, what are you saying? Thoughts and isolating. Present, abundant gratitude. Freedom, leap, Uranus and opportunities. Reunion, soul ties. Avoidance and stalemate. And we've got feminine energy here as well. So let's see what this is about. Clarify thoughts. Three of Cups. So there might be, oh, do you know what? I think with that, like, you're obviously just focused on your own life, your own goals. You know the drill, yada, yada, yada. But with that energy, yes, they are isolating themselves away at the minute because they're doing the inner work, right? They're doing the inner work. They're just pulling back and trying to get a different perspective, or trying to balance out their emotions, their thoughts, their mind. But they're also heavily thinking about seeing you and how amazing that would be. Clarify freedom, leap and opportunities. Page of Cups. So we've got, this is beautiful. We've got present, abundant and gratitude. I've just spat everywhere, apologies for that. Clarified by the Knight of Cups. So this is the energy of emotion, love, dating type energy. And then freedom, leap, Uranus and opportunities is clarified by the Page of Cups. So that's this energy of wanting to come towards you to make amends. Then we have Temperance and the Magician. So they want to balance things out with you in a beautiful way. Then we've got avoidance, stalemate, clarified by the Three of Pentacles and the Queen of Cups. Are you avoiding something here, Femme? Are you avoiding something? Because if you're avoiding something, they will, because it's your soul frequency. Clarify feminine. What are you avoiding? Tell me more with the High Priestess. Hangman, so everything's divinely orchestrated. They just want to make this right. But are you holding on to a bit of ego here, Femme? Because I feel like they want to come and talk to you, but there's something where you're a bit hesitant or resistant in something. Yeah, it could be because you're doing some healing around the whole thing, but you need to understand how healing this relationship will be once you're together. And I feel like they know that as well. They do know that. They are aware that you guys have a real healing quality to one another. And over anybody else they've ever dealt with, you know, your relationship will always make them go, oh my Lord. That's what it's meant to be like. But obviously don't forget, when you're not fully doing the healing work, you do trigger the absolute fuck out of each other. Okay, anything else that's needing to be known or felt at the time I do this reading? Obsessed. On their mind, spell work, can't forget. We have delays, date change off plan. We do have luck though. I can't help thinking the karmics are up to no good here, guys. Yeah, we've got obstacles. So the karmics are up to no good doing something. We've got spicy. And then we've got insomnia. All right. Let's see what else comes through. Clarify obsessed. The Hierophant and the Nine of Swords. No, that's them obsessed with you. Alright. But karmic shit is delaying things. They want to move things forward with you, but they can't right now. They know that this will all work out the way it's supposed to. Why are obstacles here, please? The Knight of Cups as a block. Yeah, it's just not the right time, basically. It's not the right time. They're like, and also they're wondering what you're up to. They don't know, some of them, if you still want them romantically. Yeah, you might want them in your life and you might be in contact here and there perhaps. And, you know, you're talking to them and you're acting like you care about them, and that's because you do care about them. But if you're not saying, I love you, I want to be with you, can we finish where we started, or can we go back to where we, whatever's happened between you, if you're not telling them, I love you, I want to make this become something when the time is right, they don't know what the fuck's going on. But they need to be in a place where they come to you and say, listen, this is how I feel about you. And they need to be okay with the idea of you going, don't feel the same. Let me be clear, those watching this, you're not going to say that, because you do just want this person. Spicy is clarified by the King of Wands. They're very hot for you. They're very like, whoo, for you. Clarify insomnia. This is keeping them up at night as well. I feel like these, the moon. Something that like, there could be some fears around the men keeping them. Oh, right, okay. The thought of you being intimate with someone else really upsets them. Even if they've been intimate with other people, it really upsets them because they're just like, hell no, that's not fucking happening. Tower, that's just not fucking happening. No, I'm not having this. I want this person. They're very, they are quite possessive over you. They're going to need to heal that a little bit. It's all right being like forthright and direct and a little bit possessive, like I'm obsessed with you is fine as long as it's healthy obsession. But like, they are watching you. They are trying to possibly tap into energy here. You know, they're figuring out where they've got to fill their own cups up in the process of all of this, but they're very horny for you. Some of them may be manifesting you sexually. I said what I said. Some of them, not all, some of them. They're very, very hot for you. They're very like, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. I just want this. I just want this. They're obsessed. But you know, things have to take the time because these karmic lessons have to be learned and karmic contracts have to be sealed and closed and released. Right, any action? Anything we need to know? Toxic, lovely. Codependent addictions, karmic controlling. So we know that there's still some bullshit going on with karmic. Fine, no problem. We've got self-love and we've got triggered. So, you know, you're just focused on your own lives, what that means to you. I feel like for a lot of these masculines, they are trying to work on their own body positivity. And I think the masculine's karmic partner, ex-partner, whoever they're fucking separating from, and probably other people they've dealt with that might not be a karmic romantic relationship, but some kind of karmic relationship, they've said something very cold to your person recently. Like they've said something like, well, no one will ever love you the way I loved you. Okay, that doesn't mean a lot because you didn't love them a lot, did you? No. They've said something like, oh, you could do with losing a bit of weight. They've gone personal. That's what I'm getting. They've gone personal to your person. And this has triggered them insanely. And this is why they're like, oh my God, well, maybe they'd be better off with someone else and not me. But this is all part of their growth. It is all part of their growth. They are very anxious over this. They are very anxious over it. Tell me more. Because of the regrets they have towards what they've done. Like they regret their past actions. They regret not choosing you. But they're also still working on money in the process of all of this. We do have communication underneath the deck. Okay, let's go to these. Clarify toxic. Yeah, they're trying to seek the truth in their life. And they're trying to work on themselves. And they're not distracted by anything other than their work. That's it. They're working, well, not distraction, but they're working. They're doing the inner work. Meanwhile, the karmic energy is trying to make them feel shit about themselves, basically. Clarify self-love. Yeah. Towers, they're causing difficulty. They're making your person feel like shit. And so this is causing them this energy of, oh my God, am I good enough? And with the 8 of lightning, you know, this has happened quickly. So I would say over this weekend, shadow work is being brought up here. The growth is clarified by shadow work, by the moon. But, you know, that's okay. Shadow work is absolutely essential. It's really important to do it, and it can represent in a few ways. With the lovers being, so they regret the choices they've made. They regret the choices they've made in the form of, I needed to do something in a place of, they made the decision, possibly going after other people. It was a rash decision, it was impulsive, and now they're like, well, what the fuck have I done? I've really hurt this person. And now they don't know how you feel about them. So they're like, oh shit. So they're working on, they're feeling a bit hopeless about the connection, but they want to come in and make things right. So for some of them, they are going to come in and make things right very soon. For others, it could still take a while because they're dealing with a fucking karmic partner who's quite nasty at times and really puts them down. Yeah, we've got the Magician. That really puts them down, really puts them down, and really, like, security. They know that that security is with you. And the Magician is you two creating. Like, you're both alchemists at the end of the day. You're both alchemists. Playtime. Novice of Raindrops. It's like the Page of Cups. It's a making of amends. They just want to make amends for the shit that they've caused. Well, you, for the sadness they've caused you, for the pain they've caused you. Because, you know, the journey's hard, and it's about being shown your deepest wounds. And remember, these journeys are about you coming home to yourself. And when you say to your masculine, go and find yourself, and when you've found you, then come and find me, that is about right. We've got the Queen or Oracle of Raindrops. Queen of Cups. It's really beautiful energy. And then we've got the Novice, which is the Page of Wands. It's an exploratory energy. They just want to make this right. They do. They want to make things right. They want to come in and talk to you. But you have got to understand that they're dealing with a very difficult person or people who think nothing of, like, making them feel like cack, making them feel like absolute shite. And then that makes them go, well, am I good enough for this person? Like, I really care for them, but am I good enough for this person? You know? Any other messages? Hand of Cards, take the risk. Well, they know that you're worth taking that chance on. Abundance. The Butterfly. Healing inner child. Yeah, there's some inner child work here. We've got Lightning. Excuse me. Lightning. Couldn't pick up the card then. Sudden change, shocking news, surprise, epiphany. I like you. Romance is blooming. The Runner. But if they are running a little bit, it's because of how they've been made to feel by this other person, okay? Just don't think anything too much of it. Oh, wow. Some of them are running to give you a love call. So they're not running away from you, they're running towards you. Yeah, there's definitely some endings gone on here. We've got the Phoenix. We've got the Grim Reaper. And we've got Sunglasses. So them spying on you, watching, looking, stalking. They want to talk to you. So talking has come out. Any more? They really do want to communicate with you. Then we've got Keys on a Ring. So many options, decision, unconventional, string along, one night stand. The people who are watching this reading, your person, I don't feel is a player per se. I don't get that vibe. But I do think that in some capacity, they feel like they have strung you along. Let me clarify it, because the rest of the cards are so lovely. Why is this fucker ruining the fucking reading? Do you know what I mean? What's this all about? What's the keys on the ring? Two of Cups. Three of Cups. Well, that's a bit unconventional, but I'll take it. That's why I've just said unconventional. Don't look at that. Look at the keys. And then look at these cards. Two of Cups, Three of Cups, King of Swords. The truth that you are the one that holds their heart. That you are the one they want the home with. I know it's really fucking weird to see it like that, but that's just what Spirit does sometimes. Anything else? I don't think there's a home card in this little deck. Kisses. Yeah, there's too many positive cards for it to be anything other than, look, wedding rings. Like, this is union energy. And, you know, you're in separation, twin flames. Twin flames, separation. And they want you to know that if they have been with anyone else, with this energy, those that have dabbled with other people over you, they've had to do it to figure out that you were the one for them. And that's fine. They figured it out. I mean, they already knew from the karmic partner that they separated from that there was something between you two. And even if they didn't act on it until after they were separated, or whatever happened in your dynamic, they knew. But if you've rejected them, which some of you have, that's why this has happened. You may have gone, I deserve more than this shit. See you later. I'm off. I'm off. My name's Goff and I'm off to fucking Narnia in Abyssal. And they're like that. Oh. And they think you've moved away from them. So they're like, right, well, I'm going to try and make you jealous. It's very immature energy, but it's also wounded energy. Wounded masculine, wounded feminine energy. You know, trying to make someone jealous. This person loves you very, very much. Love call. They really do love you very, very much. I just think they've had to go through these lessons, and I feel like these people that they've had these dalliances with is what I want to say. It's not a proper relationship. The other, right, so there's a few of you who've been involved with somebody who has separated from a long-term relationship. They have not dealt with anyone else. They've done the work, right? And they're the ones that will be coming through quite quickly. Others of you, if your masculine was with somebody a while, separated from them, you and them had something, not a lot, but you had something, and you knew there was something there very special that started to take fold when they separated. So there was no cheating. They then had some kind of trigger, and you triggered the fuck out of each other, and it was like, this isn't the right time. We can't move into anything here. And rather than stay on their own like you may have done, they then went and dallianced with someone else. That is what they regret, because that person used them for what they could gain. And there are people around you that may know this. I've had a few clients say this to me, so it's very collective energy. And, you know, they're looking back and thinking, fucking hell, I was so stupid. Like, I could have had everything with that person, but it wasn't the right time. But instead of me being on my own, I was too afraid to be on my own, or I just wanted comfort, and I missed my person, and I wasn't gonna swallow my pride and tell them I'm sorry and I care about you and can we start again at a later stage. No, I'll just go on to someone else. And that is what they regret, because the other person was not up to much. It's as simple as that. The other person is not you, feminine. That's what you need to realise. No one is you, and that is your power when it comes to these dynamics. But it's the same with anybody. When you've met the person who is the one you are meant to be with, regardless of any labels, no one else is ever going to match up to you. Your person will always know something is missing if they try and have a relationship or commitment with someone else, or even if they have a fling with someone else. They're going to be like, they're going to be repelled by the other person's energy. They're also going to be ill. When you're around someone who doesn't serve you, you will be ill, you will be anxious, you will have a dysregulated nervous system constantly. Granted, on the twin flame dynamic or divine counterpart connections, you will have a dysregulated nervous system at times, because they show you your deepest wounds, which in a lot of cases is rejection, abandonment. They have to reject you, they have to abandon you, so you fucking choose yourself. As I tell you a million times, this journey is all about you, not them. It is about you coming home to yourself. That's it. That relationship with them is the cherry on the top. You feel fulfilled in your life on your own with your family, your friends, your purpose. You're not in a relationship, you're fulfilled enough. The relationship is the cherry on top. You're already coming in alignment to one another, whole as individuals. So yeah, I also do another service. I haven't really advertised it yet, but I'm just going to mention it now. I did this for someone the other day. So I did a cord cutting for her and her counterpart's very difficult karmic energy. The karmic energy also had some cords that needed to be cut from my client as well. And I then needed to, because of stuff that had been done, I needed to merge the heart spaces together more. So that's something else I do. It's like a heart merging for Twin Flames Divine Counterparts, or anybody who resonates with the fact they've had difficulties in their relationship, or there's been a separation of sorts to heal and grow, because God will separate you if you're not right for each other, if you're not fully right for each other, or if you're not fully ready for each other, if you're not ready for each other, God will separate you. And you know, these heart merges are very powerful. They really bring back a sense of balance, and they reignite the love and the heart centers beautifully. So that's something else I offer as well. So if you're interested in any of my services, message me, zoe@thespiritualist.co.uk. Head over to Empowered Soul Alchemist 1111 on Instagram, Empowered Soul Alchemist 11 on TikTok. And as I said, I'm doing the solstice specials, £40 detailed reading, mini reading 27. Let me know if this resonates. Lots of love.